help me to welcome the minds behind Angry Video Game Nerd, the movie, the writers and directors Kevin Finn and James Roach.
Are y'all ready to finally see this fucking movie?
What do you say after 7 years of doing one thing consistently for so long? It's kind of words don't do it justice. To express it, I could probably do a watercolor painting or an interpretive dance, perhaps. Or a poem, which I happen to prepare for this evening. Anyway, it's supposed to go to ampersands because I don't know what that is. Some people know what that is. And a lot of guys know in screenwriting, if it's like, you know, Kevin and James with A and D, that means we wrote separately. But if we wrote them together, then there's the ampersand, like in the title. So that's kind of like some behind the scenes.
Yeah. Ampersand just makes it real clear that they work together.
And then on set, we became Team Ampersand, and if we did something good together, we'd be like ampersands. Boom. Between especially my family, thank you for helping me pay off the last of my student loans. I could leave the car.
Those credit cards aren't going to look good, man.
No, man.
I'm going to wake up to hell, man.
Bitchin'.
Hey, you're looking happy, man.
I am happy, man.
How happy are you, man?
Real happy, man.
All right.
But thank you so much to the fans, because you guys are the ones that came together ampersand style to raise money, so we could shoot this thing. You came out to the desert late at night and endured harsh conditions. And 80 of you guys around the globe came together for visual effects to make this thing super awesome. So thank you.
First of all, I just want to say, wow, Hollywood premiere. I never thought it would become this big. It's crazy. And I can't think of any place that's more historically significant than the Egyptian Theater here. This is where the first Hollywood premiere happened. Robin Hood in the 20s. Return of the Jedi premiered here. And now tonight we're adding to the list Angry Video Game Nerd, the movie. And also, we have a lot of family and friends here in the audience. We have parents, we have siblings, we have some really good friends, and also my wife. Give an applause for my wife for being real supportive and hardworking behind the scenes. And of course, like we all said, the fans. Absolutely, without the fans, this film would never be possible. And the last thing I want to say is that, even though we're in Hollywood, but this is not a major Hollywood studio multi-million-dollar production. This is just three normal guys who were friends in high school who had a dream and said, hey, let's make a movie. And all these years later, here we are. So let's watch this thing. This is the moment.
We'll start with Sarah. What drew you to it, and what were the biggest challenges?
Working with the green screen was really hard to do because you have no idea at all what they're going to be building around you, so you're trying to, react in the moment. You have no idea what's actually happening. I was watching the moment when we sort of land outside of the spaceship, and I was kind of like...
Well, how about that magnet? We just bring this magnet. I've never seen anyone act so well to a giant... We have a giant magnet that's going to come and suck you up. How do you act to that? And it was perfect.
I'm not sure I did. I remember looking at Kevin, and he was like, "You're just going to have to trust me on this one."
How did you come up with the Mount Fuji alien god?
Do you know who came up with Death Mothsis? It was me and Mike Matei in college. The character of Death Mothsis is actually older than the nerd. So Death Mothsis was always that character that I never had the chance to put in a movie, and I finally did.
What is it? You guys going to work together again for a movie 2?
Asking about a sequel is like asking about if you want to have a second kid right after your first one, it's like we need some time on that one. So
You don't have that in a break. Like Chris Nolan does something different, and then he comes back.
there's something different in between each one.
There are probably people in here that have made films and have done long, enduring projects that take you up and down and up and down and up and down. And we've known each other since we were kids, and there's no truer test. We all still love each other. It's all still good, but we went through so much together. So to think about a next thing when we're really just so happy to enjoy this one right now.
Angry Video Game Nerd 2, I can't believe it's Nick Butter.
Jeremy, so you read the script. It's crazy sidekick character. Why'd you do this movie?
Well, my brothers were huge fans, and they would not let me live at the house if I hadn't taken this role. Like, I had heard about the nerd before, and then I went back and binge watched, right when I heard about the audition for it. And I was like, all right, I have to go. And I came in wearing like a bad video game shirt, actually, to the audition. So I was already set from the moment I met you guys, and it was great to work on.
We just talked about Superman 64 and stuff, and Kevin was watching it happen, and then he's like, "This is perfect." You two guys, you got to do this.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
I got one for our cinematographer, Jason Brewer. I gave you no money to work with. How did you make it look so good?
I had a kick-ass crew.
We have a kick-ass crew.
As an artist, looking at a film like this that's so grand on paper, what'd you do to overcome that? Because it looks great.
Well, thank you, first of all. But I don't know, to overcome it, I just sat down with Kevin and James, and you as well, multiple times, and just tried to figure out the most creative and efficient ways to solve problems that we were sort of trying to overcome. It was tough, it was tricky, but it was worth it, because I learned a lot. I'm sure you guys learned a lot. I had a ton of fun. Well, what a great finished product, man. It was a lot of fun. It was a blast.
The truth is, we wrote got struck by lightning when he was a small child and developed superpowers.
I was struck by lightning, but I don't have superpowers.
I would disagree.
I was just so glad that you accepted it and everything, because we were we met a lot of people before you before we met you, and we've had DPs look at the script and flip through and be I do not think I'm qualified for this. And we would get that a lot, where people were just oh shit, how are we going to do this? So when you got it, I was okay, good. We need somebody to pull into our madness with us. So yeah.
Well, I think a part of that too is we also had a collective love for sort of the hokey, sort of campy older films, miniatures and green screen and rear projection and stuff like that. So we wanted to sort of incorporate as many of those elements as possible and make that part of the humor. I think it worked.
How was it resurrecting Tupac?
Oh, Tupac. Josh Harraway. He lives. Tupac.
Yeah, I just want to say I'm a fan myself, so I feel like I should be sitting here just it was awesome being in it. My agent hit me up. They're like, "Hey, we got this Angry Video Game Nerd thing," and I'm like, "What?" I looked up some of the videos, and I was like, "I'm down. I'll do anything." So it was a fun time, and I'm just happy to be up there. You guys are awesome, dude.
You're taking a leap of faith when you write characters in a script, and you're oh, we need to find who's going to do this, and you're the best Tupac impersonator ever. So I was it's just, and I was so glad to have Time in there. His Time can just adapt in any kind of role. He's like Gary Oldman, so it was great having him.
Time, such an eccentric character that you brought to life. Where did you find your inspiration for that weird character, and how awesomely you did portray it?
This movie is made of every film I ever saw growing up, so I loved it. And the morning I went to the audition, my wife just said, "Just save the universe."
And Stephen acting with no limbs.
having the Flintstone foot pedal his way around in that tank.
Yeah, tell us about the tank chair and how well that worked.
Well, first of all, the challenge. You said a character starts off on the legs, loses one arm, loses the other, and still continues to function. I said, I'm in, I can do that. And then we got the little tank chair, and I could barely fit into it because it was not made for somebody my size. And it wasn't that Fred Flintstone. I was there pushing it. Or they were pulling it with ropes, and I was steering with my feet, trying to make it look like I didn't have any feet. That was fun.
It was fantastic. You know, capturing the magic of all these blocks, all these years, in such a short amount of time. We know you didn't have much time to do it, and it came out so great.
You know, I've been a huge fan of this character for years. In fact, I started hitting James up to work on something years ago. We worked together in 2010, and I was like, dude, I'm doing Battlestar Galactica and Walking Dead. I was like, dude, I want to work on your thing. He was like, cool, send it to the theme song cover of this email. No, dude, I want to do something like really big and cool. And so we worked on the Christmas one that year. We were always getting around this idea that we could do something on a grander scale. And so when you guys started sending me the script a long time ago, I was like finally thinking, yes, this is the story that I can help you guys tell, because it's so inspiring, it's so cinematic, and I think we knew even at an early point that music would be one of those things that would make it feel grander, and in a weird way, the contradiction between the practical effects and then this bombastic music that feels so modern and cinematic, and the sound design by Dimitri who's around. Like that. In many ways, it worked out better than I could have possibly hoped. I also want to shout out to a couple other people who contributed substantially to the music. Brendan McCreary from Young People on Earth right here. Cars. And Mr. Kyle Johnson, I believe, is here. Talking about wanting to incorporate this scene that we all know and we all love, and to me it was the Indiana Jones scene of this universe, and kind of like the Indiana Jones scene in those movies, you don't use it all the time, you save it for just those kick-ass moments. And every one of those moments, every time we heard your theme, man, like the crowd was cheering. So I think we really got it right. So it's been a fantastic experience to get to share this with all of you finally.
What is your biggest lesson you're gonna use on the second film?
Biggest lesson?
My biggest lesson is make the next movie two people in a room talking.
With the cast, what was everybody's favorite scene to do and part of production?
Where's my fucking arm?
Any part that does Kid Rock, especially like when we were at the top and then we fell down and then we slid off with the air spaceship. Oh my God, that was awesome because we barely caught that shot of just me walking out randomly from the back of the truck, and they're like, "Oh, stop me!" So we reshot it again to where it looked like I was actually like falling and then just like popping up from the back of the truck.
I loved doing the chick fight. It was really
John Lee Brody.
Oh, I get to say.
You're probably wondering who the fuck's this guy up here. Yes, I was in the movie. I'm only in one scene, and I fucking hate it because I think I'm terrible. But not kidding. Shit suit.
And actually, at the time, I was shooting this little sci-fi movie called Star Trek Into Darkness. You might have heard of it. I will go on the record. I was more excited to do his movie than Star Trek.
Which scene did I enjoy being in the most? Well, yeah, the one with the Michael Jackson impersonator. And, actually, I did enjoy that scene because there's this whole thing online where people think Tupac's still alive. So the fact that it was incorporated in there that he is alive at Area 51, I thought that was. I'm alive! Yeah. But yeah, that is kind of cool. We kind of incorporated the whole Tupac still alive thing, so sweet.
Yeah, originally, it was supposed to be that they were on the moon in that host room, like the moon was a host, the moon landing. I don't think it comes across. Michael Jackson's kind of moonwalking on the moon.
Yeah.
I don't know. Raise your hand if that makes sense.
Yeah!
All right!
Government conspiracies.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up with James and Kevin. One last thing from you guys. Just how does it feel tonight to see the thing, and just give us a thought how you feel tonight.
Well, to me, it's the biggest thing is that you those parts just coming together. It's just for me, it just feels like us just kind of coming together and making something special. And all of us and all you guys, it's like to me, I just watch it. And it's a big symbol of like magic. So thank you guys for making it magical for us.